What's going on? It's Liv 105.7 The Point, and I am joined by one of the members of Disturbed. Dan, welcome. Thank you for taking the time.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Thank you for being here. This is actually my first time ever seeing Disturbed, so obviously this is a long time coming.
I was going to say, why the wait? Why so long?
Okay, here's the thing. I lived in Maine for a long time, like my whole life until coming out here.
We played in Maine. What's your excuse?
But shows are a little few and far between, okay? So now it's like I'm finally getting my time. So for a newbie like me, like what is the Disturbed experience like?
High energy, interaction with the crowd.
Good.
Some production elements. We're a little limited on the venue today on how much we could use, unfortunately. Sure. But, just a lot of just passion and energy, interaction, just, making that connection with the fans. It's one big, as David will put it later, a big therapy session for all of us,
Yeah.
It's family. A lot of these fans have been with us since the beginning, so it's, and bringing on a whole new generation of fans behind them. So it's been amazing.
Yeah, and I love that you brought up the new generation because I've actually really kind of fallen in love with Disturbed and following you guys on social media and David and just like seeing you guys more as people rather than the band. And there was this really great video where David went down and talked to this little girl for a little while because you're talking about the next generation. And he had this great line that says, sometimes, the darkness can show you the light. And so that must be a really cool experience for you guys being a band for as long as you have to see these kids in the pit.
Absolutely. Because we're all dads now too,
Yeah.
so we can relate. So we see this little girl in the front row the whole time. I believe her name was Sophia, if I'm correct on that.
That's right.
And she was just singing every song. And then, she was crying because he was offering to bring her up on stage and she got nervous, got scared. So then that's why he came down to, console her and make sure she's good and having a good time. So, it just, you see the dad come out in David too in those moments, it's like I said, it's great that we've had this generation of the early Disturbed fans who are now bringing out their kids and introducing them to the band, and to see this little girl out there singing every word and having the time of her life, it's just awesome experience.
It really is, and it really shows how like you might see Disturbed and like quickly make a judgment if you don't know you guys. They're really hard, they're really scary, but like the innocence of like a little child being able to find something to relate to in your music, it really transcends age, time, space, all of that.
Our music and our whole career has been a roller coaster of emotions, and whether it was these songs that are a little bit more aggro and angst to it, and songs that are more heartfelt and touching and personal experiences, and so we've had many years to write about many things,
Sure.
And a lot of life experiences. So we're going to bring out all those different emotions in the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the album just came out this year. You guys are touring. Are you looking ahead? Or are you looking to rest?
No rest for the wicked. Even when we're not on the road, we get little breaks in between, but we're always thinking ahead. We're always planning for the future. We're planning for, when's the next time we want to go in the studio and write more and release. We have another single that we plan on pushing off this album, so we're not done just yet. We've been going pretty hard this year, but we'll have a little bit of a break after next week. We'll wrap it up and have a little bit of a break. But when I say break, that means we're going to shoot another video. We're doing some more radio stuff along the way, and then just prepping for a game plan for next year.
Now, is the new single under wraps, or is that something you can tell us?
Well, yeah. Can I talk about that? Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
Got to get the approval. We good? No, it's your fault. If I get in trouble, you're in trouble. Okay. I got to look for approval there. We good? Yeah, we got the thumbs up. But yeah, we have a more of a power ballad off the album called "Don't Tell Me," which
Ann Wilson.
Yeah, features Ann Wilson from Heart, the legendary Ann Wilson. So we're gonna put that out next, and plan that'll come. I don't know when the release date is just yet, as far as pushing it as a single, but so that's why we'll plan on doing a little bit more touring next year as well too.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And going back to the social media, there was a video that's had so many duets, remixes, stitches, because you guys are looking for a female vocalist to go out on tour with to do Ann Wilson's part. Has there been any standouts?
I mean, there's a lot of great standouts. There's so many great female vocalists out right now, and even ones that, that I've seen a bunch of, videos of people, recently posting this because the word is, I guess, out right now. So even solo artists as well, people that might not have a full band, but you get a little bit of everything because everybody's throwing their hat in there of like, hey, what about me? So we have a couple bands on our radar with that either are female fronted bands or all female bands, so there's a couple on our radar, but we haven't locked it in just yet. We just have to see the timing of everything and see their availability and the dates that we're going out. So once we get through all the red tape of that and try to narrow it down, but I encourage everybody to keep submitting their videos because we're discovering a lot of great talent out there.
For sure, for sure. Well, Dan, thank you so much for taking this time to talk to us. Cannot wait to see Disturbed for my first time. Finally, thank you again. Can't wait to see you guys.
Thank you, and thank you to The Point for all the love over the years. We know how much you guys have been big supporters of us, and appreciate it.
Of course, thank you.